What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode number 3 of my YouTube podcast chat. And this is where I am, bringing different topics to my channel that revolve around finances. Most areas of our life, when you think about it, revolve around finances. But I just want to build like a deeper discussion around these things. And today I want to talk about something that I find affects a lot of single women. It affected me, and it affected me on my debt-free journey, and even now after my debt-free journey. And that is whether or not using extra money that you didn't work for is essentially cheating on your financial journey. If you use it to pay off debt or to save money or to invest or whatever it is to help accelerate your financial journey, is it essentially cheating if you didn't work for it? And what I mean by extra money that you didn't work for, I'm talking about tax refunds. And I know some people see that as money that you've earned. I am talking about settlement checks, school checks, the stimulus, pretty much anything that is outside of your day job and your side hustle. You didn't necessarily work for it. You had this lump sum of money. And the first point that I will say I want to make right off the bat, I don't feel like it's cheating. I feel like this is what leverage is. You are using this money as leverage to help you, further yourself financially. And I think that's what the point of a financial journey is all about. You are looking for opportunities in your day-to-day life. What can I do and what can I use to get me to my financial goals? But I do know for some people, they do see it as cheating. And I wanted to kind of break down why maybe some people would see this as cheating, even though the money is yours. It was given to you. It was deposited into your account. You have the power and authority over whether or not you want to use this for pleasure or whether or not you want to use this to really benefit you in the long run. But it's like, how dare you take this money and use it towards, helping you to achieve something that you had as a goal. And I wanted to bring this up because I remember specifically when people would see what I had done financially. Anytime I brought up something like tax refunds, people would say, well, how can you try to teach others how to do something if you had a tax refund? Like, that's not fair. That's cheating. And an example is when I saved $8,000 in 3 months. This came after my debt-free journey. I had just paid off debt. It was the beginning of the next year. So obviously in the beginning of the year, a lot of people are getting extra money through their bonus or incentive, through their tax refunds. And I believe that the stimulus came out around that time as well. And so I want to say $6,000 out of that $8,000 that I had saved in that 3 months came from extra sources of income. It came from my stimulus. It came from my bonus and my tax refund. Those came in at the same time. And I put it up as a reel, right? So I put it up as a reel. It was like how I saved $8,000 in 3 months. And that reel, it went viral. I think it had 100,000 views. It may have more now, I'm not sure. But it had 100,000 the last time I had checked it. And I kind of knew that it would do better than my other posts because it has that wow factor. And, anything that has a wow factor to it, people are going to click because they're like, this is too good to be true. How did you do it? And people were upset, okay? People were extremely upset in the comments because they were saying that this is not saving. They were basically arguing that the $8,000 I had saved, it was not saving. And same thing for a video that I did as well. I did a video on my channel, and I knew that that was going to have more thumbs down. It was going to have more criticism, but still I made it a point to expose what I did, because I know a lot of people that follow me, they get extra sources of income too. And I want them to be able to look at those extra sources of income and really think strategically, like, how can I use this to help me hit my goals? But one thing that I had to learn was that no matter what you do with this money, y'all, people are going to have a problem with it. No matter what you do, people are going to have a problem with it. And I say that because whether you use it for pleasure, people are going to be on your neck. And whether you use it strategically as like the gift that keeps on giving, you paying off a credit card, you getting your emergency fund fully funded or whatever, people are going to have a problem with that too. And we've all, like, if on your social media accounts, like especially Facebook, where you can actually put up statuses, I know I'm not the only one that around tax refund time, people are really going in about how others are choosing to spend this money. It's like, oh, it's tax refund time. Here, everybody's going to be at the mall. Here go these people, buying up everything, knowing good and well any other time they wouldn't buy these things, or that tax refund money is going to be, gone really, really fast. And so people who are using it a different way are getting crapped on too. But you really have to think of it as like, why are these people managing their money this way? And why are these people so frustrated over why people get this money and what they choose to do with it? And in regards to those who get this money and they're not able to save or pay off debt because maybe they used it in a different way, if you're coming from a place where you don't have that type of money in your hands and maybe financial literacy is very low, yeah, when you get that deposit, you're going to want to go out and spend it. You're going to want to go out and get the things that you desired all throughout the previous year, but you didn't have enough money to get it. When you get that money, it's like burning a hole in your hand, and you want to go out and get these things because it's like, this money is here, right? This money is here. I've got to hurry up and spend it, because if I don't get these things that I want right now, the opportunity is gone. The money is gone and it's not going to come back. And so it's really hard to fight your impulses. Behavior plays a humongous role in how we manage our money, and I wish that people would get that. It plays a huge role, more than knowledge, right? And so that makes sense in that sense, and people have to be mindful of that before they open their mouth and criticize someone else. But also on the opposite side, other people who are criticizing us, because we chose to use it a different way and it really benefited us long term. There's some anger about that as well. And I wanted to put myself in the other person's shoes and figure out, well, why would these people tell other people that what you did is not impressive because you had a tax refund or a bonus or something like that? Why would they do that? I try to seek to understand everybody's point of view before I really speak on it. And I find that there's this belief that we tend to carry around that is like, I don't deserve money I didn't earn. If I didn't work for it, I didn't deserve it. And I think that's a belief that a lot of us have. It's a belief that I had as well. Like, if I didn't work for it, then I didn't earn it. And it wasn't until I began to heal myself that I was able to move past that belief. But I feel like carrying around this belief is very toxic, and it makes it very difficult to, number one, accept help, if someone's trying to give you like $50 to help you out with something, it's very hard to accept that because you didn't work for it, right? So you don't feel like you deserve it. And it creates feelings of inadequacy. I also feel like it creates this fear of being viewed as weak if we do accept help from others, but it's you doing a disservice to yourself, carrying this mindset or mentality around this money that was not essentially earned. And in my case, I really had to think about it this way, like, if these people are over here and they feel like, well, I'm busting my ass, and you mean to tell me you saved $8,000 in 3 months, mostly by tax refunds and your bonus, like, that's not fair. And same thing with those who are left in inheritance. I'm over here busting my ass trying to build wealth, and you mean to tell me that, a parent died and left you with $100,000? Like, that's not fair. That's not fair. Like, I'm working hard. I'm working hard for the money, and you didn't earn that money. Therefore, you don't deserve it. And what you've done isn't impressive. Because we're in a society where, you work hard, you hustle hard for what you have. And anything that was earned by not working hard is not seen as impressive. And I'm using the word impressive a lot because it got me thinking of this comment that was left under one of my videos about how I paid off debt, right? And he asked me, he was like, do you get child support? Because if you don't, then what you've done would be more impressive. And I find that a lot of men leave these type of comments under my video. And basically what he's saying is, because it's based on his perception, that comment or comments like those are based on their perception, their beliefs, and those beliefs are rooted in something, right? They're created from some type of thought. But basically his stance on it is, it's less impressive if you don't have these sources of income. If you didn't have child support, you paying off debt, it would be more impressive. And although I don't get child support, for 1 second, I don't believe that a woman who chooses to use her child support to help fund her financial goals, like, her progress is any less impressive. It's pretty damn impressive to be in that place where you can use your child support to pay off debt, to invest, to save money, whereas some people have to use it to just catch up on bills. So if you are having the discipline to not use it on other things, and you have the ability to use it on like debt and savings, that's impressive to me. And another comment I found that really lets me know how people view others who get these sources of income and do these things is one where he was like, oh, you had your husband help you. Like, stop capping. You had your husband help you. And I get these type of comments a lot. Like, there's no way you could have done this on your own. You had to have had somebody help you because that's the only way that it makes sense in their mind. But you can do this thing by using this extra money as leverage. Like, you can really make up for lost time. And if it wasn't for tax refunds or bonuses or the stimulus or anything like that I did not work for, I don't know if I would have been able to pay off debt in those 4 years. And to me, the 4 years was a long time because I had a lot of setbacks. But when I got those type of deposits in my account, it really helped me, number one, make up for lost time, because sometimes I could only pay the minimum. I did not have any extra money to apply to these debts. So it helped me make up for lost time, and it helped me stay on track, because if I didn't have that, I would have had to add more time on to my debt-free journey, because I've had some unexpected situations happen, like when my son was admitted. and maybe my car broke down and I didn't have enough in savings. Like, it had really truly kept me. And I am not afraid to say that if it weren't for tax refunds and bonuses being such a huge part of my strategy, I would not be here today saying that I'm debt free. I would probably still be in debt, and I would probably be so discouraged that it would have taken me twice as long to do what I've done. So it's not cheating. It's pretty damn smart when you think about it, to use what you have in your hands to get you to where you're trying to go. Everything around you is an opportunity. Anything that you get in your hands, see it as a tool, because it is. It's a tool. Money is simply a tool. I don't give a rat's ass where it came from. I don't care how you got it, whether you earned it or not. Let go of that toxic belief that if I did not earn this money, I don't deserve it, because it's not helping you. It's not serving you. It's keeping you stuck where you are. It's not helping to elevate you. And I find that a lot of us maybe have this belief because growing up, we've all heard, money doesn't grow on trees. If you got to work for it, you want it. Okay, well, you're going to work for it. You don't get anything if you don't work for it. I heard that as a child. And then you grow up to be an adult with this belief, and that's ingrained in your mind that, oh, I got to work for it. I got to work for it. If something is passive, it feels like dirty, like to accept. I had people on my debt-free journey who wanted to sow into what I was doing through donations. Like, they were like, I'm inspired by you. I've paid off debt. Now, literally, I'm thinking of DMs. And they're like, how can I help you pay off your student loans? I had 3 people. They gifted me like $50 to $100. They helped me pay off my student loans. And for a long time, I rejected those donations because I felt like I would be cheating if I accept that. Like, I didn't work for it. Oh, I can't accept that. And to some people, it's like, what do you mean you can't accept it? Right? But that's based on your perception. And your perception it's made up of different factors. So to you, it may make sense to accept those things. To someone else, it's a lot harder for them. And so I want people to be very mindful of that as well. That's something I had to get out of. Like, who says that? Who would say that? Who would do that? Someone who thinks differently than you, right? Someone who has different experiences and different beliefs around this particular thing. So you cannot, where you are mentally, you can't take that and try to place that on someone else and try to gain an understanding. You really have to scratch the surface, stop being surface level, and figure out, why is this person thinking this way? But I do want to encourage you all, if you are thinking this way, to try to figure out why. Why? What are the thoughts that create this belief that you can't accept it? And if you do these things, that you would be cheating. And if you are someone who thinks that whoever gets extra money, they're cheating on their goals, and what they've done, their progress is less impressive because they didn't earn every single dollar they used to reach this goal, I challenge you to think, why do I think like that? Or discover why you think like that. Do you have this underlying belief that I don't deserve whatever it is I didn't work for? And I challenge you to heal from that. And another topic I want to touch on lightly as well before I close this out is child support, y'all. There's such a huge stigma around child support, and I think it's time that we let that go. Not everyone who gets child support is using it in an irresponsible way. And I feel like it's irresponsible to carry around the belief that, oh, just because Sally Mae or whoever uses their money on things that don't benefit the child, that means everyone else uses it in an irresponsible way. That's irresponsible, and it's very ignorant. And I know that the way that I'm speaking may earn me some thumbs down and some criticism. Totally fine. But this is my platform, and I'm going to use it to bring about the change that I want to see. Stop telling a mother who gets child support that she's lazy. And if she chooses to use that child support to pay off debt, to save, to invest, or whatever, she's pretty damn smart with that money because she's using it to build generational wealth. Her paying off that debt helps her to care for her children. Okay? I'm just saying, like, it's very frustrating to see how people see others. And it's wrong. Like, you're wrong. And it's frustrating knowing that some women, they allow those people's perception and opinions, because that's all it is. It's an opinion, an assumption, not a fact, to keep them from continuing to do what they know is right for them, or to make them feel less than and unworthy. Like, my progress is not progress because, I had this extra money that I didn't work for. No, your progress is progress. You're just as worthy as someone else who maybe busted their ass to earn every penny that they had. That's not your journey, and don't feel bad about it. That's not your journey. That's not where you were placed. You have this extra money. Use it to your advantage. Honor that extra money. And if you're using it to be financially responsible, you are honoring it. But I am going to go ahead and close out this episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and really followed along with what I am saying. But you guys leave me your thoughts and comments below, and I will catch you all in the next one.